an erotic ninja tale regarding an ancient war between planets Mars and Venus. The Six, an extremely skilled and group of magical kunoichi, female ninja agents, equipped with a potent purple poison, must use the arts of love and war to save their planet, Mars, from the lustful Venusians, and bring an end to the war between the worlds. As powerful avatars of the cherry-faced god, they spread the hot pink creator light throughout space on the Imperium, ruled by the divine emperor Amaku Shinsho of planet Saturn, the greatest sorcerer to have lived. Chapter 2, Chamber of Shadows.
After the training had ended, Soya walked with her mistress to the hot springs to take a much-earned bath. When the moment of truth came, when she felt the Venusian's presence at the very edge of her consciousness, she knew she was ready. With a grace that seemed almost otherworldly, she shed her clothes, revealing the fishnet suit that clung to her body like a lover's embrace. She stepped into the pool, the water lapping at her skin as if eager to taste the sweet nectar of her power. Her mistress watched her intently, her eyes never leaving Soya's as she began the final, most secretive part of her training. Soya closed her eyes, focusing on the whispers of the ancient magic that flowed through her veins. She felt the Venusian's gaze upon her, his desire a palpable force that seemed to reach out and caress her. She allowed herself to feel the heat of his gaze, the hunger that pulsed within him, and she knew that she could use it against him. The water rippled around her as she began to shift, her body transforming into a vision of beauty and terror. Her eyes snapped open, and she stared into the shadows, her gaze a challenge to the unseen predator that lurked there. "I know you are watching," she murmured, her voice a seductive promise of pleasure and pain. A figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, muscular warrior, his green cloak gleaming in the moonlight. He had a light complexion, his eyes were a deep, dark green, hinting at the lust that boiled beneath the surface. "You are the one who's been following me," Soya accused, her hand reaching for her katana sword. The Venusian smirked, his eyes lingering on Soya's body before he spoke. "Indeed, I am Tuethador. I am here to end your reign of terror, Kunoichi of the Six." Soya's heart raced as she prepared to face this new threat. She had heard whispers of Tuethador, a feared warrior from the Venusian lands, rumored to be as skilled as he was manipulative. Yet, she felt an inexplicable pull toward him, a heat that grew in the pit of her stomach. The two warriors circled each other, their eyes locked in a silent challenge. The air around them crackled with tension, the very ground beneath them seeming to hold its breath. "Why do you wish to kill me?" Soya demanded, her voice steady despite the fear that whispered through her veins. The Venusian's smirk grew into a full grin, his teeth gleaming like a predator's. "My reasons are my own, however, know this, your days of corrupting the innocent with your vile arts are numbered." With a roar, Tuethador charged, his sword a silver arc of death aimed at Soya's heart. She met his attack with a swiftness that belied her youth, their blades clashing with a sound that rang through the night. The battle was fierce, a dance of steel and shadow that was both beautiful and terrifying to behold. As they fought, Soya's mind raced, trying to understand the strange attraction she felt for this enemy. Was it the allure of the forbidden? Or perhaps something more, a connection born of the same fiery passion that fueled their battles? The clang of swords grew louder, the sound reverberating through the deserted streets. Each strike and parry was a declaration of intent, a silent promise of victory or defeat. Soya's shuriken danced around Tuethador, a deadly ballet that kept him at bay, yet she knew she could not hold out forever. Mistress Amaya watched the duel from the shadows, her eyes glowing with an unsettling mix of pride and concern. She knew the true potential of the young Kunoichi before her, the power that lay dormant within her, waiting to be unleashed. "Use the seductive shuriken, Soyo," she called out, her voice a whisper on the wind. "It is time to show him the true power of the six." Soyo's gaze flickered to her sensei before returning to the Venusian. With a deep breath, she summoned the hot pink creator light, feeling it surge through her body. The paper shuriken in her hand grew warm, their edges glowing with an erotic aura. With a flick of her wrist, she sent the enchanted weapons spinning toward Tuethador. He watched them approach with a mix of fascination and fear, his eyes widening as the shuriken grew larger, transforming into a whirlwind of pink energy that surrounded him. Tuethador stumbled, his sword arm dropping to his side as the energy invaded his mind, filling it with images of lust and submission. His body trembled, his thoughts no longer his own as Soyo's seductive power took hold. You dare to manipulate me with such foul sorcery." Tuethador roared, his eyes blazing with a mix of anger and arousal. Yet, even as he tried to resist, the pink light wove around him like a lover's embrace, leaving him defenseless. Soyo felt a strange thrill at the sight of the powerful warrior brought to his knees by her seductive arts. She stepped closer, her heart pounding in her chest. "Your power is no match for the hot pink creator light," she murmured, her voice husky with the power that thrummed through her. The Venusian's gaze met hers, his pupils dilated with lust. Your trickery," he managed to choke out, though his voice was thick with desire. "No trickery," Mistress Amaya's voice was calm, almost soothing as she stepped out from the shadows. "Merely the truth of our existence. The six are the embodiment of the divine union between the physical and the mystical. And you, Tuethador, are about to experience that union firsthand." With a flick of her wrist, Mistress Amaya sent a purple silk ribbon snaking towards the Venusian, wrapping around his katana and pulling it from his grip. It clattered to the ground, forgotten as the ribbon began to coil around his body, tightening with every breath he took. His muscles bulged, his skin glistening with sweat as he struggled against the invisible bonds. "Mercy," he gasped, his eyes never leaving Soyo. The young Kunoichi felt no pity, only the thrill of victory. "Mercy is not something we grant easily," she replied, her hand moving to the hilt of her own sword. "Perhaps, if you prove your worth, we may show you a different kind of mercy." The tension grew palpable as the ribbon glowed bright, enveloping the Venusian in its poisonous embrace. His body arched, a silent scream on his lips as the energy surged through him. Soyo watched, her own body responding to the spectacle before her, her tight fishnet suit growing damp with desire. Lady Amaya stepped closer, her hand caressing Soyo's cheek. "Remember, my dear," she whispered, "his submission is yours to take, however do not let it consume you. We need him alive for our purposes." With a final, desperate surge, the Venusian's struggles ceased. His body went limp, his eyes glazed over as he succumbed to the power of the purple poison. Soyo stepped forward, her sword at his throat, her breath coming in short, shallow pants. "You are ours now," she whispered, her voice a seductive purr. "Serve us, or face the wrath of the six." Tuethador nodded, his body trembling with need. I shall serve." The two women shared a knowing smile, the thrill of conquest etched upon their faces. They have captured the most feared warrior of the two worlds, and now, he is theirs to command. As the pink light fades, revealing the naked, trembling form of the once mighty warrior, Sawyer feels a twinge of doubt. Can she truly trust someone so dangerous? Or is he merely biding his time, waiting for the chance to strike back at them? Only time will tell if he will truly cooperate, or if he will become the instrument of their downfall.
With the power of the hot pink creator light coursing through their veins, they could not be stopped. They would fight for their world, for each other, and for the future they knew was theirs to claim.